everyone, what's up? Welcome back to another beer review on Sheared Beers. We made it past the end of the world. I hope you guys drank some good beers. I know there were a lot of tastings on that day. I went to a local beer bar, even though the weather in Ohio was ridiculous, because they had some good stuff on tap. Le Fin du Monde, 12-12-12. I saw today they had Zombie Dust on tap. And just some other great beers. I had a 2010 Old Stock Ale from North Coast, some Great Lakes Cleveland Brown, just all kinds of good stuff. But today I am doing a beer review because I need to get more in. I've been so busy, it's been hard to keep up with the holidays and everything, and you know, I've just been working so much. So I went for a run in this freezing cold weather today. It felt good though. And now I'm sitting down, going to enjoy a beer, and then watch some football later today. So on this review, we're looking at the Budweiser batch number 23185. This is part of a pack they released that had 3 different beers, made at 3 of different breweries of their, I mean, obviously Budweiser, Anheuser Busch breweries. This one is actually, it says Daniel Westmoreland, brewmaster of Williamsburg, Virginia. And this is a lager aged on bourbon staves and vanilla beans, light amber color, 5.5% ABV. So let's go ahead and get into the Budweiser batch number 23185. I love the color of this beer as I was always pouring it, and then the smell, you get this, you are getting very, very subtle hints of what seems to be some vanilla and some of that oak characteristic that that you're getting from the bourbon staves. I'm assuming there was some oak involved in there, but it's interesting. Especially for a light lager like this, it's surprisingly smells pretty good. Yeah, but the only problem I get is you're getting that underlying taste or smell that you get from the typical macros. You get that grainy, ricey, kind of corny taste or smell that just is not very appealing, and that's taking away from the smell a lot. You're just getting subtle hints of the vanilla and the bourbon, you know, oak kind of characteristic in there. Let's go ahead and get the taste. Cheers. Okay, the oak and the vanilla come out more in the taste, and they kind of mask, the beer itself, which is a good thing in this case. You know, 5.5%. Putting it in oak with vanilla is just a weird combination. I don't know, but it seems to be working, at least in the taste. It's pretty sweet for the style. It reminds me, for some reason, Steel Reserve came to my mind right away, but that's just because that's such a sweet beer. This is not that sweet, and then I think that vanilla is really giving it that nice sweet taste. This is not bad so far. Yeah, it's really back of the tongue heavy. The front of the tongue, you're kind of just getting the carbonation, and then the back of the tongue is where it hits the sweetness. A little bit of vanilla, but the bourbon, there's no real bourbon taste to this. It's just, I mean, I know some bourbons give off a vanilla taste, but this one, it seems like it's just some sort of vanilla that was added to the beer to give it that taste. Yeah, and as I sip it more, it's kind of just, it seems to be a little bit messy, I guess, overall. Good beers, you can tell because they hit your palate, all the way through, and they give you good flavors. This one seems to be all over the place on the palate. It has that sweetness, but I hate to say, but the beer is starting to come through, which is usually a good thing. But in this case, it seems like they were trying to mask, the taste of the beer with the bourbon and the vanilla. But let me sip on this one for a little bit longer, and I'll come back with my final thoughts and my rating on Budweiser batch number 23185. Okay, back with my final thoughts and my rating on the Budweiser batch number 23185 from their Project 12 Brewmasters pack. I think it ran $12.99. I was a little hesitant on buying it, but it seemed pretty interesting, so I picked it up. I've had all the beers now, and I must say this is probably my favorite, but overall, I would say that price tag is well overpriced for what you're getting. Maybe $9.99 would be a good price for that, but really, $3 or $4 more is just too much. So my overall impression of this beer, I was really hesitant at first because I thought, aging a light amber on bourbon staves and vanilla beans, I don't know, just didn't seem right to me. And it kind of came through as what I thought it was going to be. That beer, you still get that light amber macro taste to it. And then you do get hints of the vanilla, hints of the bourbon, hints of oak, but nothing that's really super pleasing to the palate. I'm going to give the Budweiser batch number 23185 5 out of 10. You know, it's not. It's better than, obviously better than regular Budweiser. It's better than a lot of the macro beers. You know, like Bud Miller Core, stuff like that. but it's nothing more. I would say it's right in the middle, where kind of where it should be. You're getting some decent taste. It's if you're new into beer and you want to get that feel for what vanilla beans and bourbon staves would give to a beer, this would be a good start. It's a light beer, light mouthfeel, light taste. It's nothing too crazy. So if you see this pack out, buyer beware, I guess. It's not worth the price to me. If you're splitting it with a friend, maybe that might be good. If you see single bottles of this somewhere, maybe pick one up just to give it a try. But I wouldn't seek this out. So with that said, leave some comments, give me some thumbs up, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next review. Cheers.